It's a new day, that's why. You didn't have him broken a lot yet. Yeah. Yeah, but this one, no. You gotta do head ball. Yeah. All right, we're in set number 2. This is the 2022 Alaska State 10 Ball Open. And we have Chris King and Seth Guffey here in set number 2. It's a race to 5 since both of them are now in the one loss side. It's a race to 5 now since we are playing a true double elimination. So, let's get it popping, y'all. Some exciting stuff. Who wants to see it all go head to head? Ooh, strong. That's the hardest he's broken, actually, out of the 2 sets. But too bad it's still dry. Didn't work out. Wow. How did that pass the 7 ball? It's like a one pocket takeout. Pretty pretty not simple, but pretty straightforward run out there. All right, that was a fast one.
Yes. I got it. Yeah.
One, huh? Thanks.
I got you.
Yeah, Terry. I'm not sure either. They could have rented like table 13, which is out of the way still. But that guy seems to be a little bit respectful, so. Oh, looks like you spoke too soon, Rick. Oh, across the face a bit, a little too thinly. Oh, lots of dropped frames in this feed here. I'm gonna reset the. See if it's slowed down or improved any better. Oh, okay. I don't think he got the angle he wanted on this one. Yeah, probably should have rolled for a little bit more. Now it's gonna have to. Can he stun it over? I think it's a little. Yeah. Oh, yeah. See, he tried to force that a little bit, which caused him to overcut it. If you all noticed, that's the problem. You kind of have to be deliberate sometimes in where you put the cue ball. Make things tougher or easier for you. Even just a little far forward, even if it goes a little bit too much, the cut still isn't too bad. You know. Oh, looks like Chris is starting to play some safety game to keep control of the table. Yeah, Rob. Now that they're on the stream, they're supposed to perform. I don't think he pointed at the right area there. Let's put in. Oh, that looks better. Nice shot there. Good speed control. Little two-way shot. That was the right way to kick at that ball. Excellent job. This way I put a little bit of running English on that. That way it kind of slides over behind the stack. Little jump shot from Chris. It'll be hard to control the ball, so of course you just kind of want to... Oh! Don't tell me he got shape, guys. Don't tell me he got shape. Oh, man. That would have been nice if he got shape. That was an excellent shot. But alas, no shape. That was an excellent jump, though. I thought that 9 ball was going to have him hold the cue ball there. Yeah. It's difficult to see this one. I think all you do is got an edge. If anything, just want to thin it into the 10 ball. Yep. And then get the heck out of there. Oh, I don't know if I would have done. I see why you put inside. That makes sense. In retrospect, probably would have been better to just put center. 1-1 again. They're going back and forth. Let's see if he got it. Oh, nope. Ended up straight here, folks. That's going to make it a little bit difficult. He has a little bit of an angle. He can... I don't know if I want to stroke draw this. Looks like he's trying to play for a follow. The A ball kind of what makes this a difficult ball to get on. There's a lot of creative ways to go about it, but... Yeah. Let's see if he's going to go forward. Nice. Under hit that a little bit. Yeah, Bob Raquel's son. Yep. Yeah. Nice shot there. Well done. So, did you hear that, Terry Pierce? That's Bob Raquel's son. If you notice, he's moving out of the way. Being very respectful. So, just keeping away from even that whole side of the table. That'd be a fun little game, kind of playing one pocket by yourself, but you're playing for only one side of the table. Oh, wow. I don't know. That probably could not have been any better, although it's quite a bit of a reach. I think he'll be able to stun that over center. Yeah, that's pretty straight on it. Right, Justin, right, yeah. Small little tester here. Oh, nice. Nicely done. Matt Adams. I think he went back to Fairbanks. Not really sure. Hey, 1 out of 30. Well, that was a strong stun. Like he stunned that ball and moved forward is perfect enough to get on that ball. Nice. Well, now the whole table is run outable. Key shot here would be not from the 5 to the 6, but from the 6 to the 7. Because only because he ends up being having an angle on this. So, and the key here is literally to just hit it with a nice follow. Never stroke it too much. You just gotta put a little bit of a pace on there to go back and forth 2 or 3 rails. But you cut it, it'll go off the rail and it'll stay above the 9, and then when it goes to the second rail, boom, like that. Oh, and good leave. I mean, I didn't expect that kind of shape on a 7, but that worked out, right? And that 9 ball makes it kind of difficult to kick at that ball. Let's put Seth in a tough spot here. That was something I was gonna question I was gonna ask. Wondering if it was frozen. Yeah, right. It's tough to get on one rail, so now he's gonna have to opt into two rails to even get this. Yeah, looks like this one's a tough one too. You have to shoot past the line on the 9 ball, and you gotta stun it with draw at a long distance just to strain it up. It's a tough ask. It's a tough shot to feel, definitely. And it's a long distance, so who knows? Yeah, that was a tough one to ask. He was almost there. I mean, he needed to shoot past the point that he did. Just another half an inch would have been good. I heard that it was some guy named Ken that invented that in Canada, that built-in extension where you spin your stuff in. I'm not sure who invented it, but that's what I heard. But Bennett did a good job putting mine in. And just making the cue a little bit heavy. Yeah, that 3-rail kick was there, Richie, but that's only like something Moharimi would do and make. I was actually fine with that 1-rail kick that Seth did. Oh, that was almost a bad news there. Looks like it's 2-2, y'all. I don't know what you're shushing me for, Milo. I said a lot of things. No clue. It's like he took off a little bit of power at the last moment. That's what it seemed like. That's why it didn't hop as much as it did, and it curved in with a forward. Okay, looks like a straightforward rack here. 1 to the 2. Make sure you keep an angle so you can go cross. Oh my god, are you kidding me? Jesus Christ. That's with ball in hand, folks. That was just a mental error there, a little focus error. I know he wanted to shoot that with like a follow, but with the right English, but it did not take. That's what she said, Justin. Although I don't know why she's telling you that. It's awkward now. Yeah, he put himself there. Well, I was gonna go with a pattern and how to get to things, but you know what? It'd be a hell of a shot if he made that 10 ball. Yes, Drew. This is for Griffin Cup points, and after this tournament, I think when I'm Mike Stock.
Nice shot, Chris.
Holy. Well, yeah, the only way to not scratch on breaks like that is actually hitting it more firm. If you get that more firm, then it's gonna go past the past the center of the table side pocket a little bit more. Right, Doug? Right? That is like one of those I'm pissed that I put myself there. Let me just drill this in the pocket and it just works out. How ridiculous is that? Ridiculous. I'll tell you what, it was an amazing shot, but Seth definitely does not look amused, and rightfully so. I definitely get it. Well, that 10-ball combo is definitely a confidence booster there, and changes the tide of the whole thing. So, but Seth, it's not a give-up player. He's definitely not gonna give up with this. A good thing that can happen here is if he elects to put quite a bit of a top spin, which stroking it. If the one doesn't go in, it might go 2 rails back to the other side. Oh, he kind of went underneath it. Mm. Wow. How's that stroke? Jeez. I mean, he got a really tough reach now. He's gonna have to get the bridge here. Doable.
Huh?
Doable. But I wouldn't. That's funny, Rick, because Yolanda, the tournament director next to me, just asked the same thing, and I said no. I told him he wouldn't do that, especially when the 4 went and everything else has its pocket in place. He just has to get. Oh, okay. Maybe that 410 is looking good right now, but yeah, everything wasn't really touching, and it had its pocket to go to. It's just a matter of staying in line and being, don't get too crazy or too creative. And this is gonna be a no railer here. Okay. Um, I would give it an angle and just kind of stun the cue ball kind of down a little bit towards the camera, and then just kind of shoot in the corner so staying in line for the 8. Yeah, I wouldn't get too weird with this one. Rick, I pretty much knew you were kidding. But it's a good opportunity to, because I didn't read your, Yolanda asked herself, so I said it seriously, because people are probably thinking about it. Oh, did not. That works out. I guess it's going to go the other way. It's just, I'd probably roll this forward, to be honest. And you just want to avoid a side pocket, and if you kind of stay above it, you might get too weird of an angle. Yeah. That's a big undercut. You know what? That's him trying to hold the cue ball. And when you hit it slow with some front hand English, left English, the cue ball is gonna deflect still quite a bit. I'm not sure what kind of a shaft he's using. It might be it might be a synergy shaft or something. Oh, wow. What in the butt? I think Seth should do a safety here. I'm not sure how close he is, but everybody. I would try to keep control of the table, not having to chase shots. It is a touchy kind of safe, but if you can just put a little bit of distance, if you could bank this to go behind the 10 ball or behind the 8 ball and put the cue ball in the same area, I think you'd be better off for it. Because if you bank it to the rail just before the side pocket and kind of elevate a little bit so the cue ball stays behind. I don't know if I like this. Yeah. A little bit of frustration on Seth's part here. Understandably so. Knowing Chris, he's gonna. Yep, he already called it. Chris likes these shots. Although he did overcut the one before that, but oh my god, yeah. Seth's not gonna be amused with this one here. I think you can see the right edge. I think. I'm not 100% sure. Nope, he's gonna have to kick at it. He's looking at the one railer. And the kick behind it, close to the long rail, isn't a bad idea, but you might end up selling out something. You'd almost want it to go directly into the 10 ball, so your cue ball can travel down table, but you're almost spinning into the ball. You're not really shorting up the angle, you know? Yeah. If I was him, I'd try to elongate it to go 2 rails instead. That 1 rail is kind of a touchy hit from here. Larry, it is my pleasure, sir. Okay, he's going 1 rail with it. Good movement. Nope. No good roll though. Did not work out for Seth. And this could potentially put Chris on the hill. So yeah, it's a tough position to be in. Wow. Oh. Seth sprung up in his chair on that shot. Okay. He's taking his time with his cueing here. Nice cueing. Yeah. That was kind of lackadaisical. There's no fucking way. Oh man. To be honest, he probably didn't have to hit it that hard. I mean, I get that babying the shot probably isn't gonna do any work, but you end up with a tough side pocket shot. I guess he'll take whatever he gets. Man, it's a lot of missed opportunities here, and probably a little more. I think Chris wanted to had less angle than that, but it's close enough that he could punch this. Yep, short side. Look at that, and he's about to get on the hill, folks. Wow, okay. Well, folks, Chris King's on the hill. 4-2. Seth just needs to Like I said, in 9 ball 2, he was shooting. Seth is still kind of shooting nonchalantly. I think if he just sh- I think it just takes a little bit of humility to kind of even take deep breaths, audible deep breaths, walk around, look like you're nervous, be in the moment, be in the present, and understand that the shot is tough. And I know that Seth knows the shot is tough, and the position is risky and all that. But sometimes the not wanting to. It seems like part of us not wanting to show any anger and show any frustration, show any whatever. And I think it's okay to show a little bit of care in some of your shots. And that way, there's no then that way you're what is it? The necessary bravado and confidence that a pool player has to have to perform some of their shots under pressure doesn't leak out. Doesn't leak out in your stroke, in your whatever, you know. Because you gotta be confident, but you gotta be humbled by the balls enough to. You gotta be humbled by the table enough to know that it needs your care and attention. And and sometimes like that shot that he scratched in the corner pocket and he kind of just looked at it, stroked it, shot it confidently, and rightfully so, but didn't take the care necessary to be pinpoint accurate as he needed to be, if you know what that means. If you know what I mean by that, I mean. But I know he cares about the game, and I know that he is humble. It's just that sometimes we gotta put up a front to look confident on the table, to feel confident on the table. And sometimes we try to relieve the pressure by kind of just, having a mindset of this ain't nothing, this is easy, this is good. And when in reality, we should know that there's a pressure and play with the pressure. So, and Chris shoots the same way too. He shoots like it doesn't matter. It's just the way we cope. It's a little coping mechanism. It's just this time it's working out for Chris more than it's working out for Seth. I'm not sure if the 6 goes here. I also, by the way, people, I'm not one. Oh, I thought he would go off of the 6 there. Nope, he shook his head. I think he wanted to go off of the 6. But I'm not claiming to be the right person or be saying all these things or any advice or whatever. Definitely not the right person to be saying all that stuff. Just, my 2 cents. You know what I mean? Yep. Oh, yeah. If it didn't go before, it definitely doesn't go now. See, and that's not that's what I mean right there. Not taking tender care in planning out the rack. So, and that's kind of what makes us all amateurs, right? We don't have a certain we don't take certain cares in the game like we should in order for us to be top players. It's funny. I looked over my mic to make sure it was on. Otherwise, I would have had like a 5-10 minute soapbox speech to nobody, which probably what y'all would have preferred. That's a pretty good save there by Chris King. That's a tough position to be in. I don't. I would probably see thinning it doesn't give it because it'll pop out and make it pocketable on the side. Yeah, I think hitting it right in the face and kind of following forward and hoping that and making sure you don't scratch and making sure that it goes past the 8 ball. See, that was a great shot. That was a great. Yeah, I think you know what? I think that rolled off a little bit. Rick. Yeah, that's too bad. But you know what? Getting shape on the 8 ball is not a gimme. You gotta short rail this, but you gotta make sure you put some stun and running English on there because you want to make sure you get around that 9 ball. Yeah. Okay, well, here comes a tough shot. Okay, see, he's taking care. Just kind of shooting down the bear, looking down at the shot, taking his time, getting position, and looking at it. No deep breaths though, because that's not his style. Yep, and you know what? That might be all she wrote. All right, guys. Well, that was a nice shot all the way down the corner there. You got Chris King's new. He took advantage of not winning the 9 ball and won the 10 ball. So it would have been amazing if he won it back to back, wouldn't it? That'd be nice. All right, guys. Yeah, fires it in. That's the only way King shoots, with confidence. So, all right, guys. Thank you. Don't forget to donate. Trying to get that new computer. Okay, bye.